Welcome to this holiday edition of Frontiers. Hope you've enjoyed time with your friends and family this Thanksgiving weekend. Well, the Frontiers team has also taken some time off, which is why we are airing a program from September when we first brought you the Lullaby Project. It connected a group of inmates at the Hiland Mountain Correctional Center with some local musicians. Together, they created songs full of love and hope. We hope it fills your hearts this holiday. Part 2 of the Lullaby Project is in the works and will air on Christmas Day. In the meantime, from all of us at KTVA, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours.
Alaska, where there are old triumphs, but also new frontiers, with challenges as great as the state itself, but a belief the best is yet to come, bringing you the faces, the places, and the spirit of the last frontier. This is Frontiers with Rhonda McBride.
Welcome to our program as we explore a Frontiers of the Heart and take you inside the Hiland Mountain Correctional Center, a women's prison near Eagle River. Some of the moms there haven't seen their kids in years, but the Lullaby Project hopes to bring them together through the power of music.
This is the beginning of a very good day. This is just a feeling, things are going my way.
Some of these musicians have just met each other, yet they already sing in harmony.
I'm inviting love to come and stay.
Each of these women will be paired with an inmate at Hiland to help them compose a lullaby for their children.
I'm just so honored to be a part of this musical growth process.
My intention is to open the heart through music. That life is beautiful.
The goal here, to prepare these artists to work with the inmates, to help them heal. One of the ground rules, they must not ask about their crimes.
I've never been in prison, and so I have no experience about that, and the only way I'm going to learn about that is to ask clarifying questions.
You don't have to do anything. You are just holding them like a little bird that's fallen out of the tree there and supporting them in this process. Get out of your head, come to your heart. Get out of your head, come to your heart.
One way to do that, to revisit lullabies from childhood.
He works in the saddle when he sleeps in the canyon.
The songs span the generations.
I grew up by the water, and we were always in the boat, and the people were always rowing.
Row, row your boat gently down the stream.
While everyone chimed in, there was one surprise in Yupik. After the warm-up, the women turned to notebooks that were given to the inmates.
Share with the person next to you.
Each inmate was instructed to write a letter to their kids as a starting point for their lullaby. Some were read out loud.
We are strong and can triumph over anything, and that life is beautiful.
I would love for somebody to just come up with a melody for one of those lines.
I want you to know how unique you are, and this life is beautiful.
Do it again.
That life is beautiful. That life is beautiful.
When the women go to Hiland, they will have less than 5 hours to help their partners write their lullabies.
The bottom line is they're just trying to tell their children they love them and they're sorry. That's mostly what they're trying to say. And that's going to bring up a lot of emotions.
Deidre Rodman-Struck is from the Carnegie Institute. She helped pioneer the very first prison lullaby project at Rikers in New York.
Let's be honest, these are not really just lullabies. They're legacy songs for the mother, to comfort the mother as much as the child.
Corinthia Robb McCoy knows the importance of this project. Corinthia wasn't always the upbeat and positive woman she is today.
I Missed my child a whole lot. Then I felt like I let him down.
When Corinthia was young, she was briefly incarcerated and wishes that there had been a Lullaby Project back then.
I think it would have given me some strength and encouragement, and just to know that somebody's out there that can hear me or listen, because a lot of times you don't feel like anyone can hear you.
I think this is going to be absolutely a great project.
Carla Hicks is a prison social worker and tells the group music keeps the spirit free.
Swing low, sweet chariot,
Even in prison.
coming for to carry me home.
The women here will soon give a gift that Hiland will neither monitor nor control.
So putting your words to music, that's a forever thing that nobody else can take from you.
Or your kids, who will get a copy of their mother's lullaby to be recorded by these musicians.
It's a miracle. Thank you.
A miracle expressed in songs written in preparation for the job ahead. Personal messages of love.
Shine like a star.
The heartbeat of the Lullaby Project.
Your dreams, my dreams are like one spirit. Your dreams, my dreams are like one spirit. You've gone far away, and I will always love you. I will always love you. I will always love you.
Well, up next, no matter how prepared the musicians are, they still had no idea what to expect at Hiland Mountain.
They were so grateful. There were many women in tears just at the idea of this opportunity.
Madison and Riley, you should sing along with me. I want you to know.
When we come back, words of love put to music.
About you every day. I want.
I just want cremation.
No hidden costs, no add-ons.
Cremation is much more affordable.
Dignified, ecological.
I just want something basic. The simpler, the better.
Cremation sure makes a lot of sense. The Cremation Society of Alaska is now serving families in Anchorage and in the Valley, and we are always on the web at alaskacremation.com. Call us today at 277-2777 or in the Valley 373-8627.
Air travel for Frontiers is provided by Pen Air. When business or recreation takes you anywhere across the state, Pen Air is there. The only family-owned airline serving Alaska. Pen Air, the spirit of Alaska.
Holiday cheers! Celebrate the flavors of the season with Beans Cafe and the Children's Lunchbox at their annual fundraiser, The Pour, on Thursday, December 1st at the Alaska Native Heritage Center. Enjoy fine wines and craft beers paired with a gourmet menu from Chef Patrick Hogerhide of the Bridge Seafood Restaurant. There'll be live music, a live and silent auction, and so much more. Thanks to Providence Imaging Center, all proceeds will go towards feeding the hungry in Anchorage. Tickets available at beanscafe.org.
When I got here, I heard this term, uniquely Alaskan. And I thought, what does that mean? Then I started covering these events. Iditarod, Mount Marathon, Arctic Winter Games, hockey games in 20 below. So now I know what uniquely Alaskan means.
Now, when this fire roared to life yesterday around 1 p.m., it took a lot of people by surprise. That's where I like to be. I like to be where things are happening, where people are. That's just how I am. I just don't want to sit around behind a desk. I mean, I think it's important to actually be out there telling the stories from where the stories are happening. We're about exceptional journalism, and I think we've really proved that. I think we're working hard every single day to achieve that, and that's what you're going to get.
Before we take you inside Hiland Mountain, a few words about our approach to this story. In keeping with the spirit of the Lullaby Project, we did not delve into the crimes of the women, nor did we use their last names, because they shared their vulnerability with us, their struggle to deal with the loss of their children. The sounds of the Lullaby Project, a sharp contrast to the sounds of Hiland.
Tell your name and Glory will check you off, please.
In the lobby, women prepare to meet their lullaby partners.
How could anyone ever tell you You are anything less than beautiful. How could anyone ever tell you? You are less than whole. You are less than whole. How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul.
The Carnegie Institute has many lullaby projects across the country, but the one here at Hiland is only its second prison program, adapted for Alaska. Changes which could help the concept spread to other states.
It's an honor to have you to come in our correctional facility and work with our ladies. I am looking forward to this as they are, to hear their voices, to hear what's in their heart, their mind, their soul, what they want to say to their children. My wish for you, my wish for you.
Monique has a lot to say to her kids.
My hopes for you.
Her son just turned 16, and her daughter will soon be 13, a daughter she hasn't seen since she was a baby.
I want them to know that I'm sorry for being gone for so long, and just let them know that no matter what, no matter how long that I've been gone, I love them, and I'm not ever gonna give up on them.
No matter how long the women have been here, it never gets easy. But those who are new to Hiland seem to have the hardest time. Most of us take for granted the freedom we have to raise our children.
I've never been away from my kids. I've been a mom since I was 13 years old. My daughters are my life.
Felicia even has tattoos across her heart for a set of twins.
Christina and Nicolette, definitely my favorite.
The tattoos on her arm
I had started cutting.
Remind her to refrain from this destructive habit.
I was a self-inflictor on pain to get through situations in my life where my daughter, about a year ago, began doing the same thing. I vowed that I would never cut again because it killed me when I seen my daughter cutting.
If you need to cry through it, it'll be fine.
It hurts not to be able to see her daughter through this crisis.
I want you to put each child's name in the book.
Most of the women in this group are here because of drug and alcohol addiction, and the guilt they feel keeps the wounds open.
This is a healing process.
Healing with help from complete strangers.
I still don't know exactly who you are, but I'll learn a lot more about you in this process.
The women haven't learned yet which artist they'll be paired up with. There were icebreaker games to lighten the mood and help build trust.
One of the connections that we all had was anxiety. We were nervous about meeting them. They were nervous about meeting us because they don't know where we come from. You know, it probably seemed a little scary coming, meeting these prisoners.
When I walked into that room, I felt this nervous energy. It wasn't the kind of energy that was saying that they didn't think they could do this. So that was a little bit surprising to me, and exciting, quite frankly.
You are amazing women.
Standing up is good.
Yeah, you can stand up.
Standing up to send a message of love.
I am amazed. I am amazed. I am amazed by you. I am amazed. I am amazed by you.
Still to come, why a longtime community activist and corrections superintendent believe the Lullaby Project is a blueprint for success.
The Alaska Native Tribal Health Consortium provides comprehensive health services for Alaska Native and American Indian people across our state. In addition to world-class care at the Alaska Native Medical Center, our work delivers health services for rural Alaska. From cutting-edge technology for the best care possible, to modern construction of clean water systems and health clinics, to health training and outreach that honors our culture, our vision is that Alaska Native people are the healthiest people in the world.
You don't have to live in a big city to be a foster parent.
You don't have to have a big house, a fancy car, or lots of money. What you need is a home. What you need is a heart that can open to a child who needs you. Won't you become a foster parent today? A child is waiting. Call 1-800-478-7307.
Holiday cheers! Celebrate the flavors of the season with Beans Cafe and the Children's Lunchbox at their annual fundraiser, The Pour, on Thursday, December 1st at the Alaska Native Heritage Center. Enjoy fine wines and craft beers paired with a gourmet menu from Chef Patrick Hogerhide of the Bridge Seafood Restaurant. There'll be live music, a live and silent auction, and so much more. Thanks to Providence Imaging Center, all proceeds will go towards feeding the hungry in Anchorage. Tickets available at beanscafe.org.
Good morning, I'm Megan Mazurek.
And I'm James Gaddis.
Well, I came to Alaska to fulfill my dream of finally working on a morning show. It's the one thing I want to do. When I got here, it was just a man and his dog. Now I've got a few more priorities, a few more responsibilities. Life has changed for the best in ways that I never imagined. I knew this would be, one of those trips, one of those life-changing ventures coming up here, but I didn't think it would be anything as fulfilling as this.
We are familiar with the power of lullabies to put our babies to sleep. But in Alaska, they also seem to be awakening us to new possibilities.
This is the beginning of a very good day.
The day these inmates begin to write a lullaby for their children. Musicians like Hillary Morgan are here to help put their words to song.
Like, gentle, not too rough of a stroke.
They start with a letter Sean has written to her children.
I want you to know that it is not your fault that Mommy wasn't there. You are the most precious thing that I ever had in my life. Just know that you are my angels.
You've said falling angels many times, right? This, and I'm wondering if you'd like that to be the title.
They settle on Angel from Heaven. The chorus has that same phrase in Samoan.
Angelo
Mailunga.
Mailunga. Okay.
Yeah.
Angelo Mailunga, oe la peleina.
Here at Mirror Studios, musicians team up to bring these songs to life. With harmonies and instrumentation, Angel from Heaven takes flight.
It's like having women in a kitchen cooking. Everybody has a part to put into the meal, and it makes it better.
Here at the Hiland Mountain Correctional Center, there is also something cooking.
We couldn't get you to the studio, so we brought part of the studio to you.
Okay.
Sean was prepared to record a personal message to her children, but not for the emotions.
And I just want you to know that I took the time to sit down and write you your own lullaby song. And just know I miss you so much.
The story continues to unfold, and we will revisit it in a future Frontiers program. But bringing us up to date now, we have two people who have worked with the women at Hiland in various capacities for a long time. Shirley Mae Springer-Staten as a community activist, and Gloria Johnson, now superintendent at Hiland. Knowing what you know about these women, having worked with them, how is the Lullaby Project different?
It's different because the ladies in the past, when they've been involved in different projects, it has always seemed to be on the outside of their hearts. The Lullaby Project goes straight to their heart, something that means something to them about their children. It doesn't matter what they're in jail for. It doesn't matter how long they've been there. They still are mothers, and they love their children. They miss their children, and they want that connection, that bond to stay there. And the Lullaby Project is doing that for them.
Well, one of the things that we've heard in other lullaby projects is they do a control group. One group gets the Lullaby Project, the other doesn't, and they find that the women who get the Lullaby Project do better. Are you surprised to learn that?
No, not really, because what Gloria said, the project is about connecting mothers with their children. And anytime there's an opportunity for mothers to say words to their children that perhaps they didn't say, you know, on the outside, it creates this amazing bond. And of course, using music is the most powerful way to do that.
Now, just this week, and this is a part we'll show you later, is that the women got to hear what the musicians have put together for the first time, a kind of a rough mix. And that was just really hard to witness because they were passing out boxes of Kleenex and people took advantage of them. What did you take away from that?
The power of music was probably the predominant thought that I kept sitting as I was watching them and having them express what they felt through this music, through this avenue. You know, it went straight to the heart.
One of the things that you will hear people say when they hear about this project is, why aren't you talking about their crimes? You know, that's part of it. You can't hide that. So why is it that you don't, you know, have the musicians learn about this and delve into that?
I'll give that one to you.
Okay. Well, one, that was a ground rule that Shirley May had already set for the musician. And for us, the women know why they're incarcerated. They know that they're there to pay their debt to society. And most of them believe that they should be there. And they don't want to be defined by their past, by their crime. They want to have a bright future. And we're fortunate to have a commissioner, a director, a deputy commissioner that believe in rehabilitation, believe that they should be returning citizens, given a chance. And the Lullaby Project is a way that they see that the musicians coming in, not judging them for who they are, but looking at them as mothers. How can they contribute to their life? How can they strengthen that bond, that love they have for their children? And the past is always going to be their past. It's not going to change. And that's what we want them to see. It's their past. It's not your future. You can help rewrite your future now. And these musicians gave them hope that there are people out there that see them as a returning citizen that is productive and that we care about you.
Now, one of the things that you saw through this process is just the incredible gratitude that the inmates express. I almost feel like maybe no one's ever really done anything truly as nice for them as this. I mean, they are just all kind of marshmallows about it. Why is that?
I think because it goes beyond, you know, I go back to the heart. It is connecting people, one person, you know, each woman had an opportunity to work with one-on-one musician. And they could share who they were through the power of these words. And it just went to the heart of the project. It wasn't a head project, it was a heart. Yeah.
I agree. Heart project.
It was a heart
work, as they say.
It was hard.
Well, one of the
and
other
it was
things-
hard, H-A-R-D work. It was very difficult work.
Yeah, on the timeline that you kept, one of the things I did notice as well is that these women got very close to the musicians. I mean, they've been hugging and holding hands and reassuring one another.
The women, 15, 16 musicians that participated are amazing women, mothers, and musicians. And they stepped into this project being open vessels to support the women at Hiland. And I think, you get women together and each become vulnerable because the musicians walked into the space very vulnerable and the inmates were vulnerable. So you put that together, that is...
Being vulnerable, imagine that.
Yes.
That it can make you strong.
Yes.
But one of the things we need to talk about, though, is that there's a chance for the public to experience this, the community, and there is going to be a CD. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
The CD is a compilation of all of the songs that the women have written, and we will have a Hiland Mountain Lullaby concert on September the 11th at, did I say the 11th?
No,
oh
you
my
meant
God.
the 24th.
The 24th,
Right.
the 24th at 11 a.m.
And what should the public know that they might have to do that's a little different to be a guest at Hiland?
You go on to keystoLifeAlaska.com, click on purchase ticket, and you will have to give your driver's license because all guests must be pre-screened.
So what are you hoping people will do with these CDs? Because I heard it this week, at least the rough cut, and I was amazed. I mean, it sounded so professional, and to me, it seems like it'd be the perfect gift to give to a new mom, or just, experience myself. It put me in a very good space.
Well, it certainly would make good Christmas gifts.
But what do you want to do with the proceeds from these things?
We'll pay for the project, and we'll use future funds to fund the next project. Next year, we want to do it every year at Hiland.
And do you think that this truly could get something going that will have lasting impact?
I think it will. I think the ladies who were not selected for the program have a desire, and they want to be in the program if they're going to be there next year. Because no matter what, love transcends all language, all barriers, and they want that love to be given to their kids, want their kids to know no matter where they are in this world, they love them. They love them.
So what kind of changes have you seen just since the project has begun?
I've seen that the women that's in the project, they're encouraging one another, they're supporting each other. If they're having I'll say a blue or a down day, another lady will come alongside her and she remembered that you're important. Somebody care about you. Lift your head up. You can be encouraging. Break this cycle of sadness. That's amazing. It
Amazing
really is.
that something as gentle as a lullaby can break a bad cycle. I want to thank both of you for joining us, Shirley Mae Springer-Staten and Gloria Johnson. Thanks, and we will be following up on this. More to come, but for now, we want to thank the women of Hiland for their courage in sharing some painful stories, and we want to thank you for being a part of our conversation. We'll see you next week.
Madison and Riley, I want you to know I love you. I want you to know that it's not your fault I had to be away for a while. You're amazing, beautiful, and smart, and I love your smile, and I love